I used to draw support and resistance on my charts just like everyone said, but the price kept going against me. That is, if I go buy, the price will sell, and if I sell, the price will buy. This is terrible. I lost a lot of trades and I started thinking that maybe support and resistance doesn't work. But now I learned something different, something I have been missing. Everything changed and I started seeing positive results. In this video, I will show you a different way to trade support and resistance and see positive results. But before you jump in, make sure you click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and like this video so you can get notified whenever I drop trading advice or trading tips like this. And also don't forget to join our trading community, the link within the description of this video. Now let's jump into our chart. If you want to trade support and resistance, the first advice I will give you is to do top-down analysis anytime you want to trade. This will help you to know where the money is flowing to. Okay, so if you look at this chart, you see the price is constantly going up from here. Now it bounced from this level and went up, bounced again and went up. This is 1 week time frame. As you can see, when the price came back to this level, that is where you should be looking for buying opportunity, because this level is now a support zone. Okay, but for you to trade, this is just 1 week time frame. As you can see now, we have seen that the price is now at a critical zone. The first thing we have to do is now to go back to another time frame. So now this is USD/JPY. This is that support zone we found on 1 week. So when the price bounced from it, it created a high, break the high, created another high, then break the high again. This shows us that buyers have gained momentum from this 1 week zone. So now our role now is to draw support and resistance at this 4 hours time frame, so we know if we are going to go for buy or sell. Now this is a support. After bouncing off from this 1 week support, the price rallied up and created previous support level here. Now we are going to be looking for buying opportunity in each of this support level. And how are we going to do it? We started from 1 week time frame, and this is 1 hour time frame. We are just trying to do fast top-down analysis so that this video will not be very long. And at this 1 hour time frame, because I'm a day trader, I'm also going to go down to 15 minutes time frame to look for confirmation. But for now, as you can see, when the price bounced from this level, it went up, bounced again, and then went up at this and created a resistance level here. And it came down to this zone. If we are going to look for buying opportunity here, what are the confirmation that we have that this zone from here is going to buy? The confirmation is look for a reason or anything that will show you that buyers are active at this zone. If buyers are sleeping at this zone, that means this zone may not hold. So now, what are the confirmations that this zone will hold? The confirmation number 1 is volume indicator. If you know about volume indicator, this indicator shows you some buying and selling activities that have happened. I'm going to bring my volume indicator now. The first thing everyone see when they open their trading view is volume indicator. This is volume indicator. This thing below the chart is volume indicator. It shows you the total amount of buying and selling activities that have happened during each candle in each time frame. And if we look at this zone, if we zoom it very well, you see when the price was coming down to this zone, the volume was decreasing. Please see it very well. These red bars on these volume indicators shows the selling activities that have happened, and these green bars shows the buying activities that have happened. But our job now is to check if this zone is going to hold so that we look for buy or sell. Now if you look at this, you see that when the price was coming down to this zone, the sellers pressure was decreasing. Look at the bar, they were decreasing. The first bar here, we have a higher bar. The second bar was lower than the highest one. The third bar was lower. This shows that sellers are losing their power, because look at this, the selling pressure was decreasing even though the sellers were selling. So this shows that sellers have lost their momentum at this zone. So for us to look for buying opportunity at this zone, we are going to go to 15 minutes time frame or 5 minutes time frame. I normally use 15 minutes time frame, 5 minutes and 30 minutes time frame, but let's go to 15 minutes time frame to look for buying opportunity, since we know that sellers have lost their momentum at this zone because of this decreasing selling bars. Now we are going to go to 15 minutes time frame to confirm this. We are now on 15 minutes time frame looking for a buying opportunity at this support level, because we have confirmed that sellers have lost their momentum. Why? They were decreasing here, and meanwhile the selling bars were decreasing. This shows that sellers are losing their momentum gradually. Now all of a sudden we saw a very small candle here, but that small candle have a very big green bar. Look at this green bar. It is taller than all these bars here. This shows that at this level buyers have jumped into the market because of this green bar. And here you just need to put your long position after seeing this green bar, because this long green bar shows that buyers have entered the market. So for this, we go for buy at that level. We put our stop loss below the support and our TP in the next resistance level. And as you can see, we hit profits successfully. At the same time, if we should check if this resistance we hold, if price comes to the resistance, we have to make sure that sellers are active at this resistance. Otherwise, the resistance may not hold. And if we should check it, you see that when the price touched the resistance, like it touched here and sell. When the price touched the resistance, something happened. Here, it moves sluggishly down. This sluggish movement shows that sellers doesn't have momentum here. Because if you come down to this support, this strong bullish candle shows that buyers have gained momentum from this support level. But if we should check this resistance, you see that it is moving sluggishly, showing that sellers doesn't have enough power. And again, if we bring our volume indicator, when the price was moving down sluggishly, sellers were decreasing. All of a sudden, they moved up and again they decreased. This shows that sellers doesn't have momentum from this resistance. Since they doesn't have momentum, since they doesn't have power, we assume that buyers are still in control, even though it is a resistance zone. So for that, we will look for both buying and selling opportunity at this resistance. And number one buying opportunity we got is this green bar. This shows that buyers have gained their momentum at this point. Now, since buyers gained their momentum from this point, because of this big green bar, there's no enough reason to go sell at this resistance level. So we will look for buying opportunity, even though it is a resistance zone. So for us to look for buying opportunity at this zone, we will likely draw our trend line and do another analysis. You see, we have a touch here, we have a touch here, and we have a touch here. These are 3 touches. You know, a trend line must have at least 3 touches. Now I'll draw a trend line at this place. Here we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. At this 3rd touch, the buying volume increased, showing that buyers have gained momentum from this 3rd touch on trend line. So instead of looking for selling opportunity at this resistance, we will look for buying opportunity instead. So if we extend this trend line, we wait for the price to break the resistance. The price broke the resistance because of this rally up from here to here. So after buyers gained momentum from this trend line touch, they went up immediately and break this resistance we have here. So as you can see, we have 3 confirmations here. The first confirmation is buyers gained their momentum here as 3rd touch. The second confirmation is resistance was break and the price retraced back to the resistance. And the 3rd confirmation is another touch on the trend line. So these 3 confluences is a strong confirmation for you to buy at this trend line touch and also resistance break and retest. So as you can see, we did not trade buy here because of only resistance break. We also used our volume indicator to confirm that buyers are active at this zone, and as well a trend line touch. That is how to trade support and resistance like a pro. Just make sure that buyers are active in support level before you go buy, and sellers are active in resistance level before you go sell. Otherwise, you can look for other confirmations to improve your trade. So in summary, if the price comes to a support level, you have to make sure that buyers are active at that zone before you look for buying opportunity. And if a price comes to a resistance level, you have to make sure that sellers are active at that zone before you look for selling opportunity. And also don't forget that no strategy can give you 100% winning rates. So apply risk management. And don't forget, I will drop more videos like this. Thank you and subscribe for more videos. Goodbye.